Hello everyone, Lord.agion here with another great Goo Replay. Spawn on the top side, well, not top side, the left side, we have Matiz, and spawn on the right side, we have Bikerushownz. At the time this download replay, Bikerushownz was ranked number 1, while Matiz, it was ranked number 4, so this is a bit of a high ranking game. Nice kill on one of the collectors, preventing some, like about 100 or 100 plus credits. I'm not sure the exact amount. Conduit wire coming forward. As you notice, Matiz did not expand towards the middle like most Goo players, due to the fact that this map is highly not Goo favored actually. With all these lanes and canals of water, it prevents any mobility across the center, though there is these little mountainous regions here for small proteins to move along. You can see here another snipe on a collector, preventing that additional economy. As you notice, he's also keeping away from the collectors. He's not stutter stepping to them due to the fact that they explode, dealing I think about 100 damage. So it almost wipes out Strider entirely. Here we go, the conduit wire is up, moving his anti-heavy sentinels slowly, like leapfrogging over, so that each one has cover from the Striders when it moves forward. He doesn't move them all out at the same time, unless he completely pulls away when he feels nice and safe. Tech. No tech has been researching, so we will not see any mine conduit or anti-heavy sentinels. As you see, he's trying to push away these Striders more and more away from the extractor. The extractor will go down. He should fall back before the anti-heavy sentinels move forward. There's a bit of a graphical glitch. There is conduit wire right there. So you can sort of see he's doubling up the conduit wire just to be safe, so it doesn't get cut off, because he needs that power. Now he expanded towards more the middle. Is this one refining? Yes, it is. It's barely on the thing. The Strider hit force is still lurking about. Team player is trying to reestablish his 4th refinery. Currently the Goo player is on 4 mother Goos, so the economy is relatively similar. There's another refinery being built on the front line. He sells it off before he can destroy it, getting I'm not exactly sure it's a full refund. I'm actually not exactly sure if it is a full refund or not, but nice to prevent any additional losses. He needs a force to contend with these Striders. And looks like he is building another war factory and a large war factory. We do have a tank attachment ready to go. Showing the conduit wire before it's actually built. It doesn't have any armor while being built, so that is nice. Or is it? I'm not so sure if it doesn't have any armor, or it takes like times some damage, since there's so much armor to them. They already have 6 armor. Large protein is out. This should be interesting. Perhaps a bastion? No, just crescents. It'd probably be crescents. Yep. I always love seeing bastions, though nobody really builds them. Getting crescents to sustain the pressure. Looks like he is researching the anti-heavy sentinels will remain without power. Matiz should be building more and more mother Goos, but then again there's all this pressure being applied to the front of his area. It's a tough call whether he should focus on military or focus on economy. Though he is getting some more and more large proteins, he has 4 crescents, a very nice amount. Perhaps maybe he should invest to some air tech. Looks like he is starting up for getting ready for an alpha, in fact. But air tech would be great for him, like having some scimitars or scythes to destroy these artillery would be a good answer. Of course, with the 6 armor of the anti-heavy sentinels, and plus the shots can be shot down. Looks like he's going for no longer be shot down, but the damage is reduced, thus making it even harder for him to siege this position. They don't do that with all this artillery. They don't do a lot of damage versus armored structures, since they only tick at 1 damage per hit. Apparently, this actually the conduit wires fell before the anti-heavy sentinel failed. Of course, with this upgrade within 20 seconds, though he will not see the upgrade. He probably destroyed it well before then. Yes, he did. Or perhaps it was a sell-off, because it looked like he still had some health left. Maybe oh no, he teleported away. He is getting the shots through with overwhelming numbers. And the problem is that the AI all attack the first shot they see, so it makes a bit of overkill on the first couple shots. Well, I'm talking about the AA taking on the artillery. 1 shot did manage to get through, but with 5 of them there's plenty of them. About 1 won't get through. With now some counter howitzer coming out, I would recommend bombercraft or fightercraft, but counter howitzers work just as fine. And you can see here there's a lot of anti-heavy sentinels. There's actually a trident hit force here. This Mother Goo, will the Mother Goo live or no? I would imagine it looks like the Mother Goo is retreating. Probably going to spawn some drovers. That small protein almost dying. It did die. Spawn some drovers. These small proteins are just straight up dying. They're not spawning units. He's going to make a lot of drovers or a lot of striders to deal with them. He's trying to deal with the aggression from the conduit wire. Of course, they can remain online without any power. Looks like dagger stealth is another option. Oh, apparently an alpha is building. Has basically 4 minutes left on building him. Large number of striders plus a Mother Goo. That's a Mother Goo, not a large protein. Extractor way down here, and surprisingly enough, not one here. Interesting enough. But this extractor be cleaned up. The problem is, he needs to save these Mother Goos. They are cornered and they have no escape. He needs to apply pressure. He needs to destroy this area. But how would he do that? Probably destructors would be his best bet with bouncing shot. They do have have 33 damage per shot, so 6 armor make them still do 27 damage. Building artillery sentinels. He needs a force. He needs to save these Mother Goos. This is pretty much at least a little less than a third, more than half of his economy right there. And they are cornered. This Mother Goose should turn into a proto-purger. A proto-purger is great to deal with this aggression. Plus, he should sort of have a hint that there's not much aggression in all of his economy, which I can't speak right now. Should suggest that he's actually building an alpha. Anti-heavy sentinels are up. He could actually destroy the anti-heavy sentinels with his striders, but he would take a lot of losses. Mother Goos are all across the field. He does have all except for 1 Mother Goo out, which is all the spots except for here that he can afford. Currently the outstanding armies are equal. Remember, the alpha being built does take up 70 population, and the proto-purger is now on its way. Well, the purger. but it will take a significant amount of time. Sending a recon just to see what's there. He is pushed extremely far towards these mother goos. He's trying to siege in the area, but I would recommend maybe have a set of destructors. But he needs a bounce upgrade to really push this area. He has Striders, it's preventing from any attacking forces from hitting his mother goos. Only area he doesn't really have eyes on is right here. Got a monitor out to see what there is. There is a conduit wire here. The artillery sentinel is unpowered since the upgrade only affects anti-heavy. And they're not taking much damage. With the reduced damage, it reduces damage by 40%. They can't do much sieging. Look how little damage they're actually doing. Well, they are doing relatively well. As the artillery sentinels actually have 3 armor compared to the anti-heavy that have 6 armor, so they actually take a bit more damage. Alpha is almost complete. The proto-pager is far from completion. I have a good feeling this will actually end in the human player's favor with the Alpha showing up. He has nothing to contend with the Alpha right now. The Alpha is out. It will destroy everything the Goo has. The Matiz has. Bikerushownz just played this expertly. This is not exactly a Goo favor map. Actually, it's a Goo disfavor map with its avenues and easy to be blocked by defenses. Bit of a hit force here, trying to take out this mother Goo. Revolvers are pretty strong. It's anti-heavy versus anti-heavy units. Howitzers are doing some nice amount of splash damage, and this mother Goo should retreat. There's no way he can contend with this force. Turns into Drovers. Actually, Drovers would be a good choice if they had full health, but they don't have full health. Alpha's out. I don't know how many crescents there he killed, but he killed a lot. One more crescent falls. The Alpha does have the least amount of health of all the epic units, though it does have the biggest AoE, emergency like backup AoE, that big pulse. This proto-purger will be destroyed before completion, and one nice shot just barely misses the small proteins. All the small proteins went into the proto-purger. The mother goos are making a charge, trying to break out. He's going to use them. Might as well use them. The anti-heavy sentinels are almost complete. And they pull back before actually... I don't think they actually took any damage from the Alpha. Gets one of the crescents, but there's nothing to contend with the Alpha. Though he's trying to send more and more small proteins to this proto-purger. Backs up in the corner. Perhaps he should get on top of this ridge just to stay alive a little bit longer. Yes, he does. Does the Alpha see up there? He was firing at the small protein. The Alpha does see above the high ground, but he moved all of his stuff to the left side, which prevented him from... It's going to be a ring around the rosy, going back and forth, back and forth. Though the Goo player still does a healthy number of refining Mother Goos, his only hope is if he can pump out this this purger as soon as possible. Kills the Tempest. Small proteins were trying to sneak along, but they failed. He should send this. Yeah, it's getting really to the desperate point. He needs to send these Mother Goos into the thing now. The Alpha will arrive soon. He's sending out this Mother Goo. Yeah, he sent those Mother Goos to be devoured. No, he needs to keep this Mother Goo. If he loses this Mother Goo, it will be game over. The Alpha's heading down south, or just rallying right there. Mother Goos are still trying to fight. Without sitting on a Catalyst node, they're not taking any income though. The Proto-Purger's extremely close to finishing. It just needs a little bit more health, a little bit more health. It's not finished. It's taking damage. It's not going to finish. He needs to send these small proteins into the thing. Now, hopefully it can be completed. Just barely doesn't make it, and that's the end. He has no way he can... 50 HP. That was a bit of a close ending. The Proto-Purger would, I would say... The Proto-Purger probably might have won out in the end versus the Alpha. I can't really say for sure. It's hard. I don't really see it that often. Usually they take damage before. Should have started it earlier. Yep, and this is the end of the replay. Bikerushownz has win over Matiz. And this is a pretty neat replay. This is Lord.agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.